Hello, and welcome to another episode of Reviews in a Rabbit Onesie, the show in which I, Dan Leith, review things in a rabbit onesie. Reviews in a rabbit onesie, I review things, yes I do. I mean, that's barely anything. It's rubbish. Hello, and welcome to another episode. This week we're putting another two movies head to head. And the theme of this week's movies is Jared Leto clubs. Jared Leto? Leto? I mean, I really should have researched how to say his name. Yes, I'll be reviewing two movies about illegal clubs starring Jared Leto. Movie number one, Dallas Buyers Club. Dallas Buyers Club is the true story of Ron Woodruff, who was diagnosed with AIDS in the 80s and had to battle against the medical establishment and pharmaceutical companies to get proper treatment and treatment for others. So this movie stars Matthew McConaughey, who just does one of the best performances I've ever seen in my life. He's incredible. And then you've got the supporting cast of Jennifer Garner as a doctor called Eve, and then the man himself, Jared Leto, who plays a transgender patient called Rayon, and he's bloody brilliant as well. All of the cast are great. So Matthew McConaughey plays Ron Woodruff, who was an electrician who was diagnosed with full-blown AIDS. The movie starts in 1985, which was quite a homophobic time. A lot of foul-mouthed homophobia goes on. It was also a time for mustaches. A lot of mustaches in this movie. Matthew McConaughey has a mustache. All his homophobic douchebag friends at the start have mustaches. Steve Zahn's in it as a good guy cop. He's got a mustache. A lot of mustaches. This movie starts with a sweaty Matthew McConaughey watching a rodeo while making passionate love to two women. Maybe making love isn't the right term. That's a way to start a movie. Ron is diagnosed with AIDS and he's told he has 30 days to live. And then he goes to all sorts of lengths to try and find new medication. He goes down to Mexico, picks up some new proteins, test drugs there, and brings them back to America. It's illegal for him to sell the drugs, so he forms a club so that all of the patients who have AIDS, they can join the club. They pay $400 a month and then they have access to these proteins and drugs. A very clever idea. The FDA and the medical establishment aren't happy with this because they're not going to get any money. So they try to take him down, even though all he's trying to do is help people. I mean, it's a story about survival and love. It's a wonderful character arc for Ron, going from being a foul-mouthed homophobe to becoming very good friends with Rayon. I mean, Matthew McConaughey is just incredible in this film. I cannot stress that enough. It's one of the best performances I've seen in anything ever. He lost a whole shit ton of weight for it. There's so many great moments of acting in this from Matthew that I can't even start to describe them. There's a scene with him just crying in a car. That's acting. I mean, as the movie progresses, you grow to love Ron. You've got to love his tenacity. He's basically on a diet of cocaine and whiskey and still can maintain the ability to be charming as fuck. So many great moments, so many great lines, particularly when he leaves hospitals. He loves cracking a great line when he leaves a hospital. I prefer to die with my boots on. That's one. Oh, you know, him walking out wearing nothing but a robe and a cowboy hat, ass out to the world saying, "Enjoy the view." Class. There's a lot of tender moments. There's a great scene where Rayon goes to see her dad. It's heartbreaking. And obviously the bonding between Ron and Rayon, brilliant. Jennifer Garner is also really fucking good in this movie. Obviously, it's not the easiest subject matter. There are hard-hitting scenes. It also contains the saddest stripper in a motel room scene that ever existed. Things I didn't like about this movie, not much. It's just fantastically performed. It's a really moving story. It's fucking brilliant. Maybe there's a bit too much Mark Bolan and T-Rex for me. That's a personal preference. I'm really not that much of a fan. But that's nitpicking, let's face it. What I learned from this movie is choking a man out in a frozen food section of a supermarket can cure his homophobia. And if you don't have flowers, bring a girl a painting of flowers. Baller move. So yes, that's the Dallas Buyers Club. If you haven't seen the Dallas Buyers Club, I implore you to watch it. If you're a fan of good acting and great storytelling, then do it. There's no reason why not. 5 out of 5 club card points. Movie number 2, Fight Club. What a fucking awesome film. Based on the novel by Chuck Palahniuk. Based on Chuck's novel and directed by David Fincher, this movie is unbelievable. It stars Ed Norton, Brad Pitt, Helena Bonham Carter, supporting cast of Meatloaf and our man Jared, he's back again. Another club for Jared. And everyone's fucking class. So the movie is about Ed Norton, who stars as a somewhat everyday man stuck in the monotonous rat race of existence. He's an insomniac with IKEA nesting instinct. It's such a well-written film. Ed Norton finds himself going to support groups for the terminally ill in order to help him sleep. Because apparently when people think you're dying, they really listen to you rather than just waiting for their turn to speak. It also teaches him that his power animal is a penguin. Anyway, Ed goes on a business trip, and on the plane he meets Tyler Durden, played by Brad Pitt, who in this movie is apparently carved out of wood. He's in very good shape. Tyler is a charming, fast-talking, Hawaiian shirt-wearing soap salesman who's also an anarchist in his spare time. Ed moves in with Tyler and praises him for his tiny acts of anarchy, like pissing in the food at restaurants or splicing cocks into family movies at the cinema. Split-second cock. And people are like, did I see that? Hilarious. Anyway, the two start bonding, and randomly Tyler's like, hit me in the face as hard as you can. So he does. And the two have a fight, and they realise how alive it makes them feel. And then they set up, you guessed it, a fight club. And the first rule about Fight Club is that you don't make jokes about not talking about Fight Club because it's been done. Just on the off chance someone is watching this that hasn't seen Fight Club, I'm actually not going to say too much more about it other than it's the coolest fucking film ever made. It's very cool. I mean, maybe it just speaks to me because I'm somewhat of an insomniac and an anarchist inside. Or maybe it's just fucking class. I am Dan's avid admiration for this film. All the actors are great. Helena Bonham Carter is class. It's nice to see her not just playing a weird eccentric caricature like Tim Burton made her do all the time. Ed Norton is unbelievable. He's incredible. And Brad Pitt, wow. I don't even like Brad Pitt that much, but he's fucking amazing in this film. He's class. Meatloaf's good. Our lad Jared's good. And to be honest, I don't even know if I really like Jared that much, you know. Didn't he bring like a replica of his own head to an award show with him or something? For a fashion thing. I don't know. Kind of gives me douche chills. Good actor though. Good actor. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. This movie's great. It's incredibly shot by David Fincher. I mean, Fincher's fucking class, but I think this is his best film. The music in this film is unreal. The Dust Brothers do the score. Incredible. Just fits it perfectly. And then that contains some of my favourite songs of all time. Going Out West by Tom Waits. Yes. Where Is My Mind by the Pixies? Fucking chin. And You Met Me at a Very Strange Time in My Life is without a doubt my favourite final line of a movie ever. Class. Amazing. I feel like this movie's full of life lessons and also anti-life lessons. It's weird. So many great lines like the condom is the glass slipper of our generation. Or self-improvement is masturbation, but self-destruction... ... I mean, this movie is 2 hours, 20 minutes long, and you don't feel it at all. It's just constantly going, constantly entertaining. You'll be laughing, you'll be tense, you'll be shocked. His name is Robert Paulson. Things I don't like about this movie, some CGI shots near the start. The camera goes weirdly into a trash can and everything's CGI. Those haven't aged that well, and the font in the credits is fucking awful. But do I really give a shit? No. Because this movie is fucking unbelievable. What did I learn from this movie? I learned that things you own end up owning you. Good lesson, actually. And sticking feathers up your butt doesn't make you a chicken. I'm not really sure what that means. And the highest quality soap is made from human fat. Nice. So yes, that's Fight Club. If you actually haven't seen Fight Club, fucking sort your life out. Watch it tonight. Find a copy and watch it. If you've seen it, watch it again. It's the coolest fucking movie ever. 5 out of 5 club card points. As I was watching Dallas Buyers Club, I was like, this is going to be a really tough choice. But then I saw Fight Club again. I was like, no, fucking Fight Club wins. It's fucking unbelievable. Thank you for watching Reviews in a Rabbit Onesie. I've been Dan Leith. If you like this video, then please like, subscribe, share, all of that. The first rule about Rabbit Onesie Club is that you can talk about it with your friends. So you can do that. I don't mind. Stay safe, stay sane, and... what was that? Finn.